Hey ladies, so I'm back. But it just got to my attention that I really never actually told you guys how I found out about endometriosis. So I was just gonna go ahead and tell you my story, my little bit of a testimony, if you will. Just give you some what I've been through in the past and what led me up to wanting to do these videos. So here we go. So I was actually told about it 5 years ago. I went into the hospital. I constantly went to the hospital for stomach issues, stomach pain, bloating, and nobody could ever tell me what was going on with me. Everybody kind of just, like all the doctors and nurses, kind of just like pushed me to the side and just like, oh, it's menstrual cramps. Oh, it could be this, or you have ovarian cyst. And, it was just like things like that. It was never really like brought to my attention that it was something that is serious. So like I said, it was 5 years ago. I remember I went to the hospital, and I was in excruciating pain. Like, it was horrible. But I was also pregnant with my daughter. um they they did an ultrasound. She was perfectly fine, but it didn't feel like pregnancy cramps. It just felt like a stabbing pain, and it was mostly in my stomach. It wasn't in my back. And they were trying to tell me that it could be back labor, but I was like about 7 weeks to 8 weeks pregnant with my daughter, so I knew it wasn't labor. Even though I do go into labor prematurely sometimes, and they always have to stop it, but it wasn't that kind of a pain. It was it was just a pain that it was hard to describe. But I remember sitting there, and I remember um, one of the nurses comes in, and she whispered something to me, and she said, "You need to ask and tell them to do a test for endometriosis." And I just kind of looked at her. I was just like, "Well, what is that?" And she wouldn't tell me anything else. She just said, I'm off. The next nurse will be coming in. I hope you feel better and have a good night." And then she said, "Don't forget to ask." I still didn't know what it was. So I was kind of like skeptical. I was just like, okay, but what is it? Nobody's saying anything. The doctor actually came in about 20 minutes later. When you go to the emergency room, it takes forever. But the doctor actually came in about 20 minutes later after she left. And he told me that um, I was telling him all my symptoms and stuff. And he's like, you're 8 weeks pregnant. And I said, I know, but it's not that kind of a pain. It's a pain that's hard to describe. And he was trying to tell me to point it out on my stomach, the places that it hurt the most. And I couldn't. It hurt everywhere. It was hurting. And at 8 weeks pregnant, even though this is my third kid, at 8 weeks pregnant, you're still not showing. So my stomach was so swollen that it hurt for him to touch it. And he goes, "I'll be right back." Sorry guys. But he's like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look something up really fast." He ended up coming back, and he told me that it sounds like endometriosis. And I said, "Okay, but what is that?" And he's like, "That's just sounds like what you have." That was it. He never said anything else. So I got sent home thinking that, endometriosis will, I guess, clear itself. It will go away. It was only in pregnant women. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even, it didn't even occur to me to look it up myself to see what it was. So I just left it alone at that. I was like, oh, it's whatever. It must not be that serious, because if it was, they would have done something. That's what I thought. Fast forward to about a week to a week and a half before my daughter was born. They did an ultrasound to see if she was okay, because I was high risk pregnancy with all three of my kids. They did an ultrasound, and on my cervix they said that it was endometrium. And it wasn't thick. It was some growing. And I asked, what is it? And they said, "It looks like you could have endometriosis." And I said, "Okay, what do you mean it looks like I could have it?" She said, "We can't do the surgery because you're pregnant." And I said, "Okay, so you have to have surgery in order to actually diagnose it." And I started asking questions like, "Can you die?" Da, 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 da. That was it. Nothing else was ever said. I had my daughter. She was perfectly fine. I mean, besides the fact that I did have some health issues with her, I did have the group B strep. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with that, but I had that with her. So they had to take her to the NICU just to make sure she was going to be okay and everything like that. I also had really bad gestational diabetes with her. So that's another reason why she was put into the NICU. But when she was in the NICU, everything was fine. She ended up coming back into the room and stuff, and everything was good. And then about there's my husband. And then I want to say, let's fast forward to about July of last year is when I asked my doctor to, I was in her office, and because I was still having really bad stomach issues and stuff. So I went and I asked her, and she said, well, let's go ahead and do the surgery to see. So I was scheduled for my surgery August 10th, and it was stage 4 endometriosis. And she only removed a little bit because it's in my bowels. So she only removed what she could to put me at okay. So that's what's been going on. But the pain levels, honestly, it could range. It's day by day. So it's more of the swelling and the bloating that and the pressure from that is what the day-to-day pain is. But then you have your days where you have these flare-ups, and they're so hard to describe with the pain, because it could go from 0 to 20 in a matter of seconds. You don't know. So like you could wake up at any moment, or it could be in the middle of the day. It doesn't always have to be right in the morning, but you could wake up in the middle of the day and you'll be bloated and you'll be in a lot of pain and stuff. But it's it's not fun. It really isn't. It's hard to deal with. It does take a toll on your body. It does take a toll on your family as well. But it's something that we do have to go that we're going through right now. And I know from experience it does suck because you don't have anybody to talk to. You feel like you're in this alone. But in all reality, you're really not. When I found out more and more and more that I could about endometriosis, I couldn't believe it. Like that there's there's so much to it than what the doctors actually tell you. You get doctors that kind of just like shrug it off like, "Oh, you're fine." You're really not okay. If you're in pain, you're in pain. Nobody understands your pain level but you. So if you're saying you're in pain, I'm going to believe you. You're in pain. I've been there. I'm still going through it. As you guys seen from my videos of last week, I was still going through it. It's painful. And then to find out that, like, my doctor, she won't perform a hysterectomy on me because I'm 31 years old. She thinks I'm too young. But to find out, even with the hysterectomy, there's a possible chance, 75% chance that it will come back. I don't want to go through the pain. I really don't. I want to be cured. But unfortunately, there is no cure for endometriosis. And I heard some people say it's not like it's deadly. No, it's not. Yes, you are completely 100% correct. It's not deadly, but it can turn into something deadly because you lose your mind. The pain is sometimes so intense. I just read some lady committed suicide because of it. The pain is too intense, and some women just feel like they can't go on with the pain anymore. There's been days that I wanted to end it all. I'm not gonna lie, because it's so painful. Like it feels like 1,000 knives are stabbing you at one time, and then it's also feeling like barbed wire. It feels like you're being clawed from the inside out. It hurts, and it's hard for other people to understand. But that's why you reach out. You reach out to anybody you can, like family. If they don't get it, there's support groups, and honestly, the support group is out. It's helping me a lot. It's helping me a whole lot. But I'm also blessed because I have a family that cares about it. Like they really are by my side every step of the way. I know they probably do get irritated sometimes because I am in a lot of pain. I'm most of the time I'm in excruciating pain. I try to be strong, but I can't, not every day. But it's it's something, it's an illness and it doesn't go away. But you're not alone. You're just not alone. And I know in almost every video, I always tell you guys that you guys are not alone. And I know it gets repetitive, but I just want to put it out there. After hearing about the woman that committed suicide because of her pain, it she had so much of an outlet. It wasn't told to her that she wasn't alone, because all we keep hearing is, oh, you have it, and then that's it. No, we want to know more. Why isn't there a cure for it yet? What is causing this? Nobody knows why. They don't even know what actually causes endometriosis. They just know that women get it, 1 in 10. And it sucks because we are a statistic. We are 1 in 10. And it's too much. And this also for the women that are going through pain with sexual intercourse, periods. It hurts to go to the restroom when you make a bowel movement. That kind of stuff. Talk to your doctor, honestly, because those are signs and symptoms of endometriosis. I unfortunately am at a stage 4. That is the last stage it's at. And I can't tell you how thankful I am to have my family by my side. Even when you're at a stage 1, don't think you're alone. It That pain is still there, even at a stage 1. Stage 2, 3, and 4, it's all the same. It does not matter what stage you are at. Endometriosis is endometriosis. Talk to your doctor. If you feel like you've been misdiagnosed with something completely different, no. Bring up these symptoms and tell, I believe I have endometriosis. Get that surgery done to find out for sure if you have endometriosis. It helps because then you know what the next steps will be. Unfortunately for me, like I said, I can't get a hysterectomy. She won't perform it. So right now I'm actually looking for another doctor, hopefully not to perform a hysterectomy, but to give me more advice, to help me more. My oldest sister, she actually has endometriosis and she can't have kids, and it breaks my heart. But God blessed her to be a adoptive mom, and she is an amazing mom. She is such an amazing mom. She brought kids out of bad homes and is giving them the life they deserve. So I tip my hat to her. She's just an all around amazing person. I've been reading about all these friends that I'm following on our endometriosis group, and they've actually carried their babies full term. And if you have endometriosis, if you looked it up, um, stillborn is a very common side effect from endometriosis. And I've been reading a lot. All these babies are coming to full term, and they don't have them. They're gone. They're stillborn, and it's sad. But ladies, I just wanted to say, just bring these symptoms up to your next appointment. If anything's new, let them know. They have to know. If they don't do nothing about it, find a different doctor. Because we have to get find a cure for this. We really do. Brings me to my last point is, in March is endometriosis month. I will be wearing yellow. um, I will be in a walk. Um, from what I'm hearing, Arizona is actually dropped out of the walk this year, but I will still be downtown walking just because it means a lot to me. I would love it for everybody to come join. Wear yellow, support. It I would love to see everybody there. I'm still going downtown to walk because that's just how I feel. I'm actually going to do it with some of my family and friends that want to come and join me. But please, I would love to see all my beautiful ladies' faces out there. I really would. But please come join me. Just join in the festivities. You don't know what that day will bring. Just come, have fun, bring kids if you want. I will probably just be bringing my daughter just because she is a female, and the chances of her having endometriosis is very high because her mom has it. So please come out and join. Speak up at your next doctor's appointment. If you have any new symptoms, speak up. Please speak up. And remember, ladies, you're not alone. We're 1 in 10. And we got this. We will find a cure one day. Well, I am going to go ahead and get ready for bed. My kids' friends are spending the night. My phone is about to die. So I'm going to get ready for bed and call it a night. I love you guys. Just wanted to give you a story. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and your family and other fellow women with endometriosis. I love you. You guys have a wonderful night.